Yo, what is up, guys? A Flawless Win here today, and it is an exciting time in the competitive Pokemon community because not only did Smogon just make their official tier changes, but a new Pokemon was also revealed this morning. And it's a new form of Mewtwo, if I remember correctly, and I really like the design of it. It looks really cool, and I'm pretty sure it's going to have some beastly stats when it's released. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. But tier changes, I gotta get to that because I didn't make a battle recently when I should have because I was on spring break, but yeah. Well, I was making this NU team before the tier changes even happened, and I had made my 5 Pokemon, and I needed one more Pokemon that was a fast physical attacker that I could give the Choice Scarf and that learned U-turn. So the first thing that came to my mind with all that criteria was Braviary, because it hits hard with Brave Bird, it learns U-turn, and it's decently fast. But then Primeape got moved down to NU, and I was like, you know what, Primeape hits hard with close combat, it doesn't have any recoil, and it resists Stealth Rock. So how about I take out Braviary and put in Primeape in its spot. So, yeah, I got this NU battle with this same team I made, and, it's versus, I don't really know how to pronounce this person's username, but I battled her before. My most recent battle was an NU battle, and it was versus her, so, yeah. She's a pretty good battler. I was battling a bunch of noobs on the Smogon Battle Finder, and then I saw she was online, so I just messaged her. I was like, yo, you're a good player, how about we battle some NU? So, yeah, looking at her team, Primeape can do work. She doesn't have any ghost types to be immune to close combat. And her 2 resistances to close combat are Charizard and Tentacool. Charizard can take close combats pretty well, but it does have to fear the Stealth Rocks. And Tentacool has pretty decent special defense, but its physical defense is absolutely horrible, so close combat will still do a large amount to that thing. So, before this battle even started, I calced Primeape's close combat versus Luxray -1 because most likely it has the Intimidate. I really don't know what Luxray runs. I just remember when I played Pokemon Diamond that it had Intimidate, so I was banking on the fact that her Luxray had Intimidate, so I calced it before the battle, and after Stealth Rocks, close combat is a guaranteed 2-hit KO on Luxray, so one thing I really needed to do in this battle was kill her Tentacool and set up my Stealth Rocks, because it will make Primeape pretty much destroy her team. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with Primeape because I was pretty sure that she would lead off with her Regirock, and that is indeed what she does. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight for the close combat. I don't really see Regirock that often in NU. I don't really know what it does, but she reveals that she has Thunder Wave, and I was like, oh crap, that's not good. But it's alright because I do have a Gardevoir with Heal Bell, so I'm gonna have to get an opportunity to switch into that sometime. But I'm pretty sure she still can't really hit me with anything. Maybe she has Stone Edge or something like that. So I'm just gonna go for a second close combat on this incoming Charizard, and that actually does do a decent amount of damage. I was pretty happy with that damage, but it would have been really nice if it did over half, because then I would have been able to kill it with the Stealth Rock. So but that doesn't happen, and she doubles into her Tentacool, and this kind of confused me, this whole series of events right here. She doubles into her Tentacool, which kind of confused me. She said she was predicting the Torkoal switch, but she probably was going to go for the Air Slash, and Torkoal doesn't have the best special defense, so Air Slash would have done a bunch to Torkoal, so that really didn't make sense. And then she goes and start setting up Toxic Spikes. I really don't know why. I asked her, and she said that she wanted the Skuntank to switch in. She was trying to force the Skuntank switch, and I really don't know why. I mean, maybe she wanted to burn me with the Scald. Maybe she was trying to entice me to switch into it so she could set up on me with something, but yeah, I don't know why she was trying to force the Skuntank switch. But anyway, she gets up a layer of Toxic Spikes, and Psychic was going to be a 3-hit KO, which is actually really surprising. I thought Psychic would do a lot more than that, but yeah, I get the lucky crit on her Tentacool, which kind of sucks, but it happens. I'm sorry. But other than that whole series of events, she does play pretty well this battle. So she brings in the Swellow on my Gardevoir, and I don't want to take any physical hit with my Gardevoir, whether it be Brave Bird, U-turn, anything really. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out into my Torkoal, and now that I got the lucky crit on her tentacle, I have a free opportunity to set up my stealth rocks right here, so that'll greatly aid my Primeape. And I also, I mean, like, in this situation, I'm losing HP every turn because of Toxic, and she probably has Stone Edge or something like that. Some super effective hit. I know she has that. So I don't really feel very comfortable spinning right here. So before I go for the rapid spin, I want to go ahead and go for the yawn and try to force her out. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and go for right here as she goes for the Earthquake, and that actually does nothing at all. I guess she's running the Edgequake combination on this thing, so she has Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Thunder Wave, which that sounds like a pretty decent set. I wonder what EV spread she's running. For Regirock, I would probably run Specially Defensive, because then it already has a monstrous physical defense stat, special defense. If you ran like max special defense, that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, I'm rambling. I force her out with a yawn, like I said. That's what I wanted to do, so I could get a free spin off. And she switches out into her Charizard. And since Tentacle is dead, I can pretty much switch into my Gardevoir, and she's not going to be able to switch out. Well, she technically can switch out, but she probably won't want to because Stealth Rock will kill her on the very next turn she switches in. Or wait, what? No. Stealth Rock will kill her on the turn she switches in. I don't know why I said on the very next turn. So, yeah, I switch in my Gardevoir on the Charizard because I can pretty much take any special hit because Gardevoir is a boss. So, I get flinch 1. Sounds like, okay, that happens, it happens. I'll be able to kill him with the Psychic right here, and then I'll be looking pretty solid. So he goes for she goes for the Air Slash again, and I get flinched again. And right here, if I get flinched one more time, then that means she'll be able to kill my Gardevoir. And I was like, if I was gonna get flinched right here, I would have punched a baby in the face, because that would have. I mean, whenever I use Air Slash, I tend to miss it. It has a 5% chance to miss. Whenever I use Air Slash, I tend to miss it more than I get the flinch. But of course, when she uses Air Slash, she gets the flinch and doesn't miss. I mean, come on now. Come on now. But anyway, she goes into her Swellow, and I really have no use for Gardevoir anymore. I killed both Tentacle and Charizard, and I don't really need it anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and sack it, and now I get a free switch into Primeape. Nothing on our team wants to take the close combat, so I'm just going to go for it right here. Since I did set up my Stealth Rocks, it would be a 2-hit KO on the Luxray, so I guess that's why she didn't switch it in. And in comes the Luxray right here. And I don't want to take a Wild Charge after the Fence Drop, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Sawsbuck. And I can fire off Horn Leech or Return, or maybe even set up a Sword Stance on the switch. But no! She gets a critical hit, which I guess kind of makes up for the critical hit I got on her Tentacle, but I don't really know. But yeah, she gets a critical hit, and since I saw the Life Orb, I know she's not Choice Scarfed, so I don't really need to set up a Sword Stance or anything. I can go ahead and go for the Horn Leech, knock her out. That would have been really cool if I would have been able to set up a Sword Stance, because then I probably could have swept her whole team. But anyway, here comes the Glaceon. I'm going to go ahead and sack my Prancer, my Sawsbuck, because I really don't need it anymore. I can go ahead and get a free switch into my Primeape after this Glaceon kills me with the Ice Beam. That would have been really cool if I would have killed that Glaceon, because that would have been a little Sawsbuck sweep. But rambling. And now I get a free switch into my Primeape. I can lock myself into close combat, and that's going to be GG, because after Stealth Rock's damage, her Regirock will die to a close combat. So yeah, that's GG. Boxy? I have no clue how to pronounce your username. I'm really sorry, but yeah, you're a pretty good battler, and yeah, this battle is pretty interesting. Primeape did work. You really need a Ghost type, but yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to build some more teams that include the tier changes. Try to build some NU teams with Scolipede and Munchlax, and maybe a UU team with Nidoqueen. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.